To Claire and Henry from Blackpool Community Darkroom, and they were inspired by Stott Park Bobbin Mill, which is one of my most favourite sites in all of English history and all of English heritage. So I'll pass over to you both.
Right, do you want to say anything first, Izzy and Joanne? Can you unmute your thing, and do you want to say quickly what we did?
We've been working on the bobbin mills for our town, connected to the bobbin mill. We got it, mind the noise. We've been taking pictures in the darkroom, printing them off, putting them places onto the tower or something like that.
So we went on. So we went on the bus to the bobbin mill, didn't we?
Yeah.
And that's where they made the wooden bobbins that were used for the cotton industry in Lancashire. And you looked around it, didn't you? And saw they gave us a demonstration of them making the bobbins, didn't they?
Yeah.
And you learned all about the people that worked there, as well as the young. There's some people your age, weren't there, that worked in the bobbin mill as well, weren't there?
Yeah.
And then all the people from the Lancashire cotton industry came to Blackpool for their holidays in Wakes weeks. So the bobbins went to be used in the factories in Lancashire, and then the people that worked in the factories then came to Blackpool for their holidays, didn't they?
Yeah.
So we looked at how people enjoyed the holidays in Blackpool. So if Claire wants to say a bit.
So yeah, our presentation is quite informal, and hopefully Joanna and Izzy will join in lots and lots. So if people aren't aware, Wakes weeks were a tradition in northern towns and villages following the Industrial Revolution. So the cotton mills and manufacturing factories could be closed for maintenance, and they would come to Blackpool, which was celebrated as a place of health and well-being. And now Henry and I are involved with Blackpool Community Darkroom, which is based at a place called Antisocial. Antisocial. Relative, yeah, antisocial. Uncle social and antisocial. And so we spent quite a bit of time there, but our first part of the experience was travelling to Stott Park Bobbin Mill. So if we set the film off for like 7 minutes, and then we can sort of chat over about our experiences. What do you think, Joanna and Izzy? Because you're in it quite a lot. Is that cool?
Yeah.
And then we can see some of your pictures and can see some of our pictures, and then maybe Henry wants to show the outcome images of the celebration day. So there's a little intro. Yeah, there's an intro here for us. You were exploring what the heritage of Blackpool means to us as young people, because I didn't know Wakes Weeks existed until I was in my 30s, because my family are from elsewhere.
So Stott Park Bobbin Mill is at the end of Lake Windermere, the south end of Lake Windermere.
And then we really wanted to explore how the young people could shape perhaps ideas to do with photography, and we sort of explored every single route really. Yeah. We gave out cameras on the day. We visited Showtown Museum. Do you remember, guys, when we visited Showtown Museum and met some B&B landladies?
Yeah.
So the Showtown Museum is Blackpool's museum of popular culture. So it talks about all the entertainment that's happened in Blackpool since Blackpool became a tourist town, really. It's a museum of all the entertainment. So that connected to the trip to the bobbin mill, so the young people could relate the two things.
That was the bobbin mill, and here's
I could tell.
some analog pictures. Well, this was quite fun, wasn't it? Because they used the machine and then it sort of shot off, and you sort of had to duck whilst the bobbin shot across the room. Yeah,
so getting attacked.
Yeah, you're getting attacked a bit by the bobbins.
Yeah, the shavings flew off everywhere. So these are the young people's pictures inside the bobbin mill.
Oh yeah, I think she's the one who showed us how to do it, didn't she?
Yeah, that was the lady from the bobbin mill, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's Desiree and Michael taking photographs on the day.
Oh yeah. I think we got some. We took some bobbins home, didn't we?
Yeah. There's Joanne. There's Joanne live with the camera.
And these are sort of like, what's Henry? Some outcomes. I can't see. I don't know if this is being held up, but we sort of made bobbins into other things, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And we made thermal image.
Power.
Don't know it. Did you know about Wakes Weeks, Joanna and is it Isabella? Did you know about them like before people come into Blackpool for health reasons? No.
No, this is like new to me. I never knew about this.
And would you have had the chance to go to somewhere like the Bobbin Mill if it hadn't been for the project, or was it only because of the project you were able to go, do you think?
I didn't. I think the first question when you just said, yeah, if I didn't do it, the project will help and get me to go and see it. So I didn't even know about this.
That was sort of our closest heritage blue plaque site, or one of them was Stott Park Bobbin Mill. But yeah, no, it's a good face. I like Desiree's face.
Yeah, being in Blackpool, there was a site, the Stott Park Bobbin Mill. There was also some sites in Lancashire and also in Barrow. But there was an obvious connection between the Bobbin Mill and the Lancashire cotton industry and obviously the Blackpool tourism industry. So the young people took digital images. We took images on film cameras and also some Polaroids. So the film camera images were then processed in the dark room. So the young people learned some traditional analog photographic skills in processing the films and printing them. And that's the sort of photographic techniques that would have been around at the time as well. Is he with a Polaroid?
Joanna, Isabel might remember doing the photograms where we'd collected materials
like different flowers and textures to thing, and then we took a shot of it and then we print. No, black light, realize it, black light.
Do you remember how we made these?
In the black light or
in the dark room?
Yeah.
Just placing the items on a piece of photographic paper. Quite nice, aren't they?
Yeah, that's really cool.
We need to get them back to you, really, so you can keep them.
So we had we had a day out when we went to the Bobbin Mill. Then we had a day when we went to Showtown, and then we had another session where we had a walk around the town taking photographs of the pier and the sea and Blackpool tourism industry and so on. And then we had another couple of days where we kind of disseminated the images and decided what we were going to do. And then we had a celebration event as well. And I can show you some of I can show you then how those images kind of brought the whole thing together to connect the two, the Bobbin Mill and Blackpool tourism. So
while we're waiting, do you want to take some questions, Henry, Claire, and maybe Joanna and Izzy as well, in case anyone's got any questions, and then we can come back again afterwards to the pictures. Does anyone have anything they'd like to ask? I think I had a question for Joanna and Izzy, which is, now that you've been to Stott Park Bobbin Mill, do you think that you might go back there again one day?
Yeah, it was fun. It was like getting us off electronics and not being on them too often. It's like spending time talking to other people you don't know. Like,
it's a good answer. And do you think maybe was it more interesting than you thought it might be?
Yeah, it was very. I think I fell over a rock. But that's just.
You've got to be careful of those rocks. There's quite a lot of them around our heritage sites. Do you think it would? Do you think now you might go to another heritage site, something similar?
Yeah, it was quite. Yeah, I was. I can't say a word. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be fun going to another place and figuring out what is that about connected to Blackpool or.
Yes, Joanna and Izzy. Yeah. There's lots of good feedback that you guys collected as well from tags that you encouraged everyone to sort of complete. Would you like some feedback, Izzy and Joanna? I don't know if you've read these. An amazing exhibition. The work is amazing and informative. The artists are lovely and very full of knowledge. It was very fun.
Yeah.
Lovely to see such a variety of creative materials, and the young person led project was great to see them all taking a role and guiding us through a process. Oh, more than I didn't know much about. Very proud of all the young people. Amazing, unique ideas based around bobbins and Blackpool.
That's good.
It's really good, isn't it? I think this must be from you guys. Overall, I found this workshop fun because we learned loads of new skills.
So when we shared the image, the celebration event, just as a kind of overview, in the hope that we'll eventually see them, in the space we created a table with some place settings on. So that was as if it was a bed and breakfast table where people would have the breakfast. So the bowls had shavings of wood in from the bobbin mill. They had the Polaroids in. The bobbins were made into salt and pepper pots. We had one of the young people dressed as a landlady. So when people came, they had to pretend they were ringing a bell, and the landlady would then invite them in and show them around.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
We had a deck chair. We had a deck chair made with a sandcastle made of bobbins. With a white handkerchief, which had an iron-on photograph of some bobbins on the top of the knotted handkerchief, as if you're on the beach. And then we had a Blackpool tower with string coming down it, and the contact prints of the images were kind of cut out and put on this string as if it was bunting, along with an old suitcase with some ephemera in and bits of bobbin stuff and bits of ephemera from kind of previous times, as if you'd visited Blackpool in the 20s or before.
Yeah, when the light was off, you could see the tower glowing as well, so it was quite fun in that glow.
I like that Eliza was dressed up as a landlady on that previous picture. She's not in this session, but she really embraced that theatrical experience of welcoming people.
There we go. We're sharing now. Yeah, brilliant. So you see like the tea leaf there on the previous one. The tea bag had the piece of paper is a black and white from the contact from the negative.
Oh, contact.
The printer just went off. A printer just scared me. Someone's printing something.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the salt and pepper pots made from the bobbins and the shavings. All those shavings we brought back from the visit. So we had lots of resources to have some fun with.
I mean, that's one thing that Stott Park has bucket loads of, right? Is wood shavings.
Yeah. So this is where they were making the illuminations with the.
This is sort of interactive for guests to have a go at illuminating their own images
that we printed out. So that's some of them in the daylight. There you go. That's on the bunting of the coming down from the tower. That's part of the space of the dinner table. The table there. One of the young people.
I think you standed on a chair to take that picture.
I did, yeah.
We played the film for the celebration day as well, so people could see what the young people had been doing throughout the session.
Yeah, so this is in the dark room with the neon, with the ultraviolet light. You see the bobbins.
I was the one who was standing behind you guys with a flashlight like this.
Yeah, you were in charge of that, weren't you, Izzy? Welcoming people into the dark room, or the black room, as you like to call it. You were really good at that as well. We had a dog visit too.
So there you go.
Amazing. I just love how you brought all of these strands together, and then ended with that final event, which yeah, just so creative and yeah, brilliant to see. And clearly it's really clear from Joanna and Izzy that how much fun you had during the process as well. Clearly lots learned as well, so just well done. Yeah, really good stuff. And a round of applause for you guys.
Well done, Joanna and Izzy.
Pat yourselves on the back, Joanna and Izzy. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Fantastic contribution, brilliant.